Another truth goes viral. Another genius can't find the curve. They read one meme, they've cracked the code. Now they're the ones we don't deserve. They've got vibes, not verification. Echoes bouncing off their walls. But we came strapped with citations, and we're here to torch it all. No, Tesla didn't prove the earth was flat. No, gravity ain't just a theory. Literally, bro, yes, your vibes are valid, but your math is trash, and your pop-up flirts are drunk on lies. You want heat, you want facts, you want someone to bite back. Then take your charts, your dome, your fear, and get ready to crack. We don't run from facts, we bring the smoke. We break the myths, then raise a toast. Welcome to Drunk Debunk Show!
Doing tonight? Welcome to the Drunk Debunk Show. Tonight is 150 episodes. Yay! Yay! Hooray! Yay! 150 episodes. Let's go. Well, I'm glad you're all here to celebrate. With 150 episodes and only 2 of them actually being educational. I figured why not be a little educational on this one today. So tonight we are going to be going over Earth's magnetic field, and so bear with me. This was a lot of fucking work. This was hours of making, and I did write a script. I didn't memorize it. Okay. So there is a script. I'm going to be reading from the script, but I'm going to be up here for it. Oops. I'm going to be up here for it. So don't pay too much attention to me. Just pay attention to my words and the cool shit I have going on over here. All right. So, and then after this presentation, we are going to, we're going to then watch the debate that happened last weekend or last week, whatever, with MC Toon and QoP, and take what we learned from this presentation and apply it to that debate, so we can actually go into it a little bit more educated. 2 were educational. I saw the live IRL stream at the fair. When was the other one? It was my moon landing.
Education is fake and gay.
Oh, Hartle, I love it. Thank you for the $2 super chat. It was the moon landing episode when I had 5 subscribers. So it was when I was just getting started. It was a while ago. But what's up, Grounded Extracts is here. What's good? We got lots of cool people here tonight. I'm gonna say hi to you. It's been a while since I've said hi to you guys, so I'm gonna say hi to you guys. We got Steel City, Grounded Extracts, Aldi. We got Unfornicated, Garrus, Joe Black, the Lord of Blackness, Harnold, Doodle Sound Lab. We got Cygnus, George Hans. Let's see who else we got. Foxworth Carmen, yes, Jay Gill, Real Cygnus. Rossi, Roger that, hello. Jay Gill, Donnie PW. What's going on, you guys? Thank you so much for all being here. We're gonna learn something today. I put a lot of so here's what it looks like. Okay, here's the script. All right. And then here's the research paper that I wrote as well. So there is a whole research paper that goes along with it. So if you guys want this, I will send this to you if you really want this. But this is all like super boring shit that I just threw together. And then this is the TDDS spin on the boring ass information over here. So, but they're both going to be, both are going to be applied today. So buckle up, you guys. This is going to be a good one. Plus, I am going to be using this as a recording as well, so I'll be uploading it as a separate video. So yeah, Edu, what and all? Are we back on the tacos again? It's been drunkenized. It has been drunkenized. Yeah, I try to keep up with my own personality, but it's gonna sound weird and maybe a little cringy. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. All right. Post kindergarten STEM Edu from TikTok dropouts is the shiz. Beautiful. I love it. Okay, so this was hours in the making. Okay, guys, I wasn't even gonna do this tonight, but I figured I was gonna wait until like next week to do it. But I was like, you know what? Let's just do it for the 150th episode, and we'll go from there. All right, cool. Are you guys ready? All right, so I'm gonna keep the music on in the background because this definitely needs some sound. Like, I don't have any sound in this. So please bear with me. All right, here we go, guys. So this is the invisible force field saving your ass. Jack Fitter for $5 says, I wanted an audiobook format as read by a drunk pickle.
I wanted an audiobook format as read by a drunk pickle.
I love it. I will try to make that happen. What would a drunk pickle sound like? Andy, I guess. It would sound like Andy. Anywho, 2 weeks until Boston. We gotta this weekend. Let's all get together. We gotta figure some stuff out. I'm gonna be spending a lot of time in the Discord voice channel. So let's get shit together. All right, guys, we got lots of things to do. Come on, Morty, give me the syringe. I don't know if I could be Rick, but sound like Rick at all, but it's all right. All right, here we go. The invisible force field saving your ass. Earth's magnetic field. What they get wrong. All right. So you think you know about magnets? Stick them on your fridge. They point north, blah, blah, blah. But what if I told you that right now, you're sitting inside a giant invisible force field generated by a churning ball of liquid. Oops. Churning ball of liquid. 3,000 kilometers beneath your feet. That's the only thing standing between you and getting your atoms stripped away by a radioactive hurricane from the sun. So let's talk about Earth's magnetic field. And more importantly, let's debunk all the bullshit people think they know about it. All right? So that's what we're going to do tonight. What's up, debunkers? Oh no. All right. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Drunk Debunk Show, where we take your misconceptions and check the actual science, and we see what survives. I'm your host, Mike, and today we're doing something a little different. Instead of debunking flat earthers or moon landing deniers, we're tackling something that most people think they understand but actually have completely wrong. The Earth's magnetic field. And trust me, this is way cooler than you think. All right. So so buckle up. We're going to be going from the center of the Earth to literally millions of kilometers into space, and we're going to learn why you're not currently a freeze-dried corpse floating in the void. Let's continue. The invisible shield you never thank. All right, let's start with this thing, what this thing actually is, because most people couldn't tell you if their life depended on it, which spoiler alert, it does. Let's see. Ours, oh, what happened? Wait, no, too early. Too early. Magnetic field is just there. It's like gravity. Nuh-uh. No, it's not. Gravity does not equal magnetism. That shit has to be generated. And here's how. Picture this about 3,000 kilometers down. There's almost halfway. That's almost halfway to the center of the planet. There's a layer of liquid iron and nickel. Not solid. Liquid. At temperatures between 4,000 to 6,000 degrees Celsius. For reference, the surface of the sun is about 5,500 degrees. So we're talking melted metal hot tub from hell levels here. We need Phil Bell in here to judge the shit out of me. Yes, it is fluid. It's fluids. You want to watch it again? I love this video. It's so sick. I was like, yo, that's perfect for this part. It's like, yo, the earth, and then it's like, but wait, there's more. Now, this liquid metal isn't just sitting there, it is moving. Convection currents are happening because the inner core below it is even hotter and it's releasing heat. So you've got this hot metal rising, cooling, and sinking back down. But here's where it gets interesting. Earth is rotating. So as this liquid metal moves up and down, the Coriolis effect, same thing that makes hurricanes spin, twists these currents into spiral patterns. Imagine a lava lamp, but the lava lamp is the size of Mars and spinning. Oh, God damn it. Oh, can we send the core to the foundry? When are we going to steal a space shuttle, launch it, then crash it because we don't know how to land again? Don't we do that all the time? Isn't that what we do? Then why my fridge magnets not stick to the floor? We're gonna go over that. We're gonna go over that. Now here's the magic. Moving liquid iron is electrically conductive. And when you move an electrical conductor through a magnetic field, you generate more magnetic field. This creates a feedback loop of self-sustaining dynamo. The movement creates a magnetic field, which reinforces the movement, which creates more field, and so on. This thing has been running for at least 3.5 billion years. We know this because we can find magnetized minerals in ancient rocks. This is basically a planetary engine that's been going since complex life was just a twinkle in evolution's eye. Let's see. What's the next one? Oh yeah. Here's another myth, right? The magnetic field is just there to make compasses work. Why did I get, like, I came up with that like a week ago. I don't know why I just said that. The magnetic field is literally the reason you're alive to ask that question. In space, no one can hear you, derp. That's correct. Here's what's happening in space right now. The sun is constantly belching out charged particles, protons, and electrons, traveling at 300 to 800 kilometers per second. This is called the solar wind, and it's not a gentle breeze. A supersonic stream of radiation that wants to strip away our atmosphere. Let's see. Without Earth's magnetic field, the solar wind would hit our atmosphere directly. Yeah, there we go. Fuck. The solar wind would hit our atmosphere directly and gradually erode it through a process called sputtering. Want to see what happens to a planet without a magnetic field? Well, just look at Mars. Mars used to have a global magnetic field, and about 4 billion years ago, its core cooled down enough that the dynamo shut off. And you know what happened? The solar wind stripped away most of its atmosphere. Mars went from potentially habitable to the freeze-dried desert it is today. And the sun ate too much Mexican food. Yes, that's correct. Earth's magnetic field creates what's called the magnetosphere.
Earth core's got what plants crave. It's got electrolytes.
Electrolytes? Oh my god, excuse me. Oh my god, excuse me. Rossi, thank you for the $5 super chat. I appreciate that. Send Musk to Mars, that would be nice. Okay, fuck that guy. Earth's magnetic field calls what's called a magnetosphere. Magnetosphere Basically a protective bubble that extends about 60,000 kilometers toward the sun and millions of kilometers away from the sun on the night side. As you can see here, this is called the magneto tail, is what that's called. The solar wind hits this bubble and most of it gets deflected around us like water hitting a rock in a stream. Let's see. All right, see that? We got the magneto pause, magneto sheath, the bow shock. So I could actually go a little bit more into what we're looking at here, but it's not as entertaining as the if this is even entertaining at all whatsoever. So the magnetosphere is a region of space dominated by Earth's magnetic field. Its shape and structure are heavily influenced by the solar wind, creating an asymmetric cavity rather than the symmetric dipole field that would exist in isolation. So if we didn't have a sun, it wouldn't look like this. It would look more like fuck.
Can you confirm if this was fact checked by Mikey Smith?
It would look more like this. This is what it would look like. If the sun wasn't like fucking shit up, basically. On the side facing the sun, oops. Hold on. On the side facing the sun, the solar wind compresses the magnetosphere. The bow shock, located approximately, so this is the bow shock is 90,000 kilometers from Earth, where the supersonic solar wind abruptly slows to subsonic speeds. So this is going, you know, really fucking fast, and then it slows down incredibly as it hits the bow shock. Behind this lies the magneto sheath, a turbulent region of compressed and heated solar wind plasma. The magneto pause, at about 60,000 kilometers from Earth, marks the boundary where the pressure of Earth's magnetic field balances the dynamic pressure of the solar wind. Boom. This was not fact checked by Mikey Smith, actually. Thank you for the $5. I do appreciate that. I will use that $5 to fund the peer review reading from Mikey Smith. All right. What's super cool, the night side. The night side is cool. The magnetosphere extends into a long tail called the magneto tail. This structure can stretch from millions of kilometers. That fucking blew my mind. Millions of kilometers. The magneto tail consists of two lobes of oppositely directed magnetic field lines separated by a current sheet where magnetic reconnection frequently occurs during substorms and aurora. Aurora would be around here. And yeah, that's cool. All right, let's move on. All right, and now we're gonna go into, yeah, this is so cool to me. We got your lobes. We got lobes.
I'm now a NASA shill. Pixar, it didn't happen. Link.
I'm now a NASA shill. Thank you for the $5. Let's go, Link. What do we got? NASA cheese? What the fuck? Did you know our cheese is out of this world? From Colby, Wisconsin to Houston, Texas. Next stop, the International Space Station. NASA ordered a case of our plain cheese spread MRE pouches for the International Space Station. No shit. Wow. So
is this to scale?
So, oh yeah. This is very much to scale. The sun is within arm's reach of No, this is actually not to scale. I was actually going to make that joke, but I forgot to. Thank you for the $2 super chat. Appreciate it. I do. All right, here we go. All right, north is not where you think it is. See the North Pole? You like that? Isn't that cool? Okay, navigation time. Let's talk about one of the biggest misconceptions that drives me nutsos. The North Pole is the North Pole. Wrong. There are like 5 different norths, and they're not in the same place. What did I just what in on? I don't know. What did you what in on? What in the what did you what? What's up, Bruce? It's all lies. Well, we'll see. We'll see if it's all lies. Where's Santa's house? I did have an option to have Santa's house in this picture, but I figured that less is more. All right, first you've got true north, which is the geographic North Pole, where Earth's rotation axis pokes through the surface. That's at 90 degrees latitude, and it doesn't move. It wobbles, but that's a different show. Then you've got the magnetic north, where your compass points. And here's the thing that'll blow your mind: they're 11 degrees apart. The magnetic axis is tilted relative to the rotation axis, as shown here. Same thing with the south magnetic pole. Let's see. The magnetic axis is tilted relative to the rotation axis, but wait, because there's two different.
Less is actually less.
That is bad. Thank you for the $2. Savage. So there's two magnetic norths. There's the geomagnetic north, which is where the theoretical best fit dipole axis would poke through the surface if Earth's field was a perfect bar magnet, which we actually hear about in the debate with Toon. This is relatively stable. And then we have the magnetic dip pole, and this is where the magnetic field is perfectly vertical, pointing straight down into the Earth, and that sucker is moving. Right now, the North Magnetic Dip Pole is in the Canadian Arctic, but it's hauling ass towards Siberia at about 55 kilometers per year. In the mid 20th century, it was only moving 15 kilometers per year. Nobody knows exactly why it's accelerating, but it's moving fast enough that we have to update navigation systems and aviation charts every few years, and that's actually also brought up by Toon in the debate. I'm a fill seal inspector and also frequently allocate the MREs for shipment. Oh, that's cool. So you inspect the sealed packages? Fill seal inspector. That's fun. Yo, CK's here. What's up? Clive, hello. Ski pond down the road. Hello. Dip pole. Is he serious? Dip pole. It's a magnetic dip pole. North magnetic dip pole. The dip pole. Let's do it because they want to. All right, moving on. Magnetic north and south are opposites, just like geographic poles. They are not. Yeah, I have it right here. I'm showing you that it's not. Here's where it gets weird. The geomagnetic poles are exact opposites. They're antipodal.
There's a good stand-up maths video about this.
There's a good stand-up maths video about this. Yo, let's go. I didn't actually watch any videos on this. This was all through articles and textbooks you can find online. Meaning if you drill through the hole, if you drilled a hole through the center of the Earth from one, you'd hit the other. But the magnetic dip poles, not antipodal, because Earth's magnetic field isn't a perfect dipole. There are all these non-dipole components that make it lumpy and weird. So the north and south magnetic dip poles aren't opposite each other. The super chat voice here always sounds like it has a cold. Well, it's Chills. Chills is it's Chills. He goes to find the magnetic pole when it passed through the UK. Yo, that's cool. That's cool. I mean, you can definitely send me a link to a video on that.
I could picture this so much easier if you were wearing a glove suit.
That's in the trunk of my car. The glove suit is in the trunk of my car. All right, the South Magnetic Pole is off the coast of Antarctica, moving at 10 to 15 kilometers per year, while the North is in the Arctic, moving at 55 kilometers per year. They're just doing their own thing. The practical implications, if you're in New York City right now, your compass points about 13 degrees west of true north. In Los Angeles, it points about 12 degrees east of true north. If you're navigating by compass, you don't account for this magnetic declination, you're gonna end up in the wrong place. Pilots and ship captains have to deal with this constantly. And because the poles are always moving, the declination at any location is always changing. This is why aeronautical charts have declination information and expiry dates. Do you know who Randall Monroe is? I don't think I do. Ooh, get the tapas. Get the tapas, Tad. Thank you for stopping in. I appreciate it. Make sure you leave a like on the way up. So next time someone confidently points north, remember they're probably pointing at magnetic north, which isn't true north, and it's moving away. Navigation is a lie. We produce about 495,000 pouches per day of production. I was told the jalapeno spread is the most popular with the astronauts, and probably our lizard people overlords. That tracks. That tracks. All right. Let's see. The great flip flop. I think this applies to. Oh yeah, here we go. All right, now we get to the part that freaks people out. Now this is kind of freaky, right? Is the magnetic reversals. The magnetic field is about to flip and we're all gonna die. Yes, Earth's magnetic field does flip. North becomes south, south becomes north, and yes, it will flip again. But no, it's not gonna be the apocalypse, and no, it's not happening next Tuesday. Who abuses their slave laborers more, Wonka or Santa? Ooh, I would say Wonka. That was easy, Wonka. How is that even a question? East? I thought you said west. Where is false north? I'm gonna leave the stream on so my Legos don't get lonely. All right, yeah, I'll keep your Legos company. All right, here's what we know. The magnetic field flips irregularly throughout geological time. On average, about 3 to 4 times per million years over the past 20 million years, though the timing is completely unpredictable. It could happen every 50,000 years, or you could go 10 million years without a flip. The most recent reversal, called the Bruns Matuyama reversal, Jesus Christ, happened about 780,000 years ago. So we're overdue in the sense that we're past the average, but that average has a huge standard deviation. It's like saying you're overdue for a coin flip to land heads after it came up tails twice in a row. That's not how probability works. Wonka makes his Oompa Loompas wear the shitty ass overalls. Yeah. And he kills children. Anyway, when the field flips, it just turns off first, and then we're all exposed to deadly radiation. So as you can see, this is kind of like a little picture of things. This is what actually happens during a reversal. Magnetic declination requires a container. Oh shit, Donnie, how'd you know? The process takes 1,000 to 10,000 years. It's not an overnight thing. During this time, the field doesn't disappear, it just gets a little weird. The strength drops to about 10% of normal, and the simple dipole structure breaks down. You might temporarily have multiple magnetic poles. The field direction might fluctuate wildly. He's a former NASA roboticist. He became a cartoonist and wrote a book called What If? The book gives scientific answers to ridiculous questions. Oh, I've heard of that. I've heard of the What If. This morning, Arlen said nuclear stuff is all bullshit or something. He did. He said that he doesn't believe in nuclear, but he believes in nuclear sized damage or explosions or whatever. Like, what? What does that even mean? What is all the fantasy stuff, Fantasyland stuff you're showing us? It's really elaborate, like Tolkien style, faking gay. Stuff Icy Spin. Mike Boots, what's going on? All right. All right, but here's a key. It doesn't go to zero. There's still some field there, still providing some protection. And 10,000 years is long enough for life to adapt to the changes. Let's see, the last time it flipped, it caused mass extinctions. Nope, we have a detailed record of magnetic reversals from seafloor spreading. That's sounds fucking dirty as hell. The ocean floor has this awesome striped pattern of normally and reversely magnetized rock that records every flip for the past 160 million years. And you know what? The reversals don't line up with mass extinction events. Life has been through hundreds of reversals, and it's done just fine. Birds might get confused for a few generations, your GPS might be wonky, but we'd have more intense aurora at lower latitudes, but it's not extinction level. I mean, we've seen aurora borealis here in Massachusetts. That's fucking crazy. So the movie 2012 won't happen? Hollywood lied to us? No, fantasy movies? No way. Now, the current situation, right, is the Earth's dipole moment is decreasing by about 5% per century. If you extrapolate linearly, which you shouldn't, the field would be gone in 2,000 years. Some people use this as evidence we're heading for a reversal. But here's the thing. The field has strengthened and weakened many times without reversing. Paleomagnetic evidence shows these fluctuations are normal. The field might weaken for a few centuries, then strengthen again. We simply don't understand the dynamo well enough to predict reversals. Could we be heading for a reversal? Maybe, but it would take thousands of years. We'd have plenty of warning and it wouldn't be the end of the world, so no need to panic. The flatmost could dissipate during the flip. The flatmost. Fucking flatmost. God damn. All right. Space weather and pretty lights. Now let's talk about the coolest things the magnetic field does. The aurora borealis, or the aurora australis. Is that right? Australis? Myth number 8, the northern lights are just light reflecting off the ice. Definitely heard that from a few flat earthers. The sun is constantly spewing charged particles at us. When these particles get near Earth, our magnetic field funnels them toward the poles, following the field lines down into the atmosphere. At altitudes of 100 to 500 kilometers, these particles collide with oxygen and nitrogen atoms. The collision excites electrons in the atoms to higher energy states. When those electrons fall back to their ground state, they release photons, which is light. Alias. That's not it. Holy shit, are you saying the magnetic field is a trans field? The Winter Flares hate the globe. Jesus Christ. It's trans. It is trans. The magnetic. This is actually one of my most popular streams with a whole 42 viewers. This is fantastic. All right, we're almost done. So different atoms in different altitudes create different colors. Green, which is the most common, is oxygen at 100 to 300 kilometers altitude. Red is oxygen above 300 kilometers, and the blue and purple are nitrogen molecules. The aurora forms an oval around each magnetic. Oh yeah, why are you doing that? Oh, that's a picture, not a video. The video is not yet. Right. I put a bunch of fucking sorry. The aurora forms an oval around each magnetic pole. During quiet conditions, the oval sits at about 65 to 70 degrees magnetic latitude. But during a geomagnetic storm, when a big burst of solar wind hits us, this oval expands equatorward. That's why occasionally you get aurora visible from the northern U.S.
Bro, maybe next time lead with no need to panic.
I should. I really should. or some other clickbait like the magnetic field is flipping or some shit like that. Like get your fucking your milk and your cookies or whatever, your milk and bread. Uh, in March of 1989, a massive solar storm caused an aurora visible from as far south as Texas and Florida. It also knocked out power in Quebec for 9 hours and left 6 million people without electricity. Let's see. Space weather is just a thing we made up to sound cool. Look at this and tell me that space weather exists just to sound cool. That's not cool. That's fucking terrifying. Anyway, tell that to the astronauts on the ISS who have to shelter during solar storms because of increased radiation exposure. Space weather is real and it affects power grids, geomagnetically induced currents, can fry transformers, satellites, radiation damages electronics and solar panels, GPS accuracy, ionospheric disturbances mess up signal propagation, aviation, polar flight routes get more radiation during storms, communications, high frequency radio gets disrupted. We have satellites monitoring the sun 24/7 to specifically, oh my god, to warn us about incoming solar storms so we can protect infrastructure. This is not science fiction. This is Wednesday afternoon at NOAA. NOAA. All right. Fun facts and why you should care. All right. So here's the a refrigerator magnet is about as strong as Earth's field. It's not. It's not. And here's why you can't just stick a magnet. I have an Aries magnet here. You can't just stick it to the ground. A typical fridge magnet has a field strength of about 5 milliteslas. 5 milliteslas. Earth's field at the surface is 25 to 65 micro teslas. That fridge magnet is roughly 100 times stronger than the entire magnetic field of our planet. Earth's field is weak compared to human-made magnets, but is huge, which is what matters for protection. Don't be a fool. Wrap your tool with magnets. Let's see. Lots of animals have magnetoreception, like sea turtles, salmon, sharks, certain bacteria, and even some mammals. The exact mechanism is still debated, probably some combination of magnetite crystals in their bodies and quantum effects in specialized photoreceptor cells. Yes, quantum effects for bird navigation. Nature is fucking nuts. The Van Allen radiation belts were discovered in 1958 by the Explorer 1 satellite, America's first satellite launched in response
When
to
I found out vacuums don't suck, I no longer wanted to be an astronaut.
Well, that's a shame. Thank you for the $5 super chat, evil producer. I love it. Launch in response to Sputnik. These are toroidal regions of trapped charged particles that pose a radiation hazard to satellites and astronauts. The inner belt extends from about 1,000 to 6,000 kilometers altitude. The outer belt from 13 to 60,000 kilometers altitude. Van Halen. Yeah, there we go. All right. Also, we can map ancient magnetic field reversals in the ocean floor. We kind of touched on this already. When underwater volcanoes erupt and create new oceanic crust at mid-ocean ridges, the minerals lock in the direction of the magnetic field as they cool. This creates a striped pattern of normal and reverse magnetization spreading out from the ridge. The discovery in the 1960s, this discovery was in the 1960s and was crucial evidence for plate tectonics. Let's see. So why does any of this fucking matter, you might ask? As we become more dependent on satellites, power grids, and GPS, we become more vulnerable to space weather. Understanding Earth's magnetic field and how it interacts with solar storms is critical for protecting our infrastructure. The Quebec blackout in 1989 was a wake-up call. All right, and we have planetary science. If we want to find habitable planets around other stars, We need to understand what makes a planet habitable. A magnetic field might be essential. It protects the atmosphere, which protects liquid water, which enables life. When we look for Earth 2.0, we should be looking for planets with magnetic fields, though figuring out how to detect them from light years away is pretty challenging. Hey, what's up, probing time? When Vlad was on his submarine, did his ass crack develop magnetic striations? It's a big possibility. Also, it's fucking cool. There's a churning ball of liquid metal thousands of kilometers below you that's running for billions of years, creating an invisible force field that extends millions of kilometers into space, protecting you from solar radiation, enabling bird migration, and occasionally putting on a light show in the sky. How is that not fucking sick? Clip explaining poop shield. There's a poop shield. Here we go. Everything you need to know about life support in space. All right, let's we're gonna play that after. I'm like almost done. I'm like almost there. What the there we go. All right, all right, so this is actually the wrap up right here. All right, so let's wrap this up. Earth's magnetic field is generated by a geodynamo in the liquid outer core. It's been running for at least 3.5 billion years. It protects our atmosphere from being stripped away by solar wind. It guides charged particles from space toward the poles, creating aurora. It wobbles, wanders, and occasionally flips polarity over thousands of years, but that's not going to kill us. The magnetic poles don't line up with the geographic poles. Magnetic north is moving rapidly towards Siberia. The field strength is currently decreasing, but that's probably just normal variation. We use it for navigation, mineral exploration, space weather forecasting, and increasingly for protecting our technology-dependent society. And most importantly, anyone who tells you the magnetic field will will cause an apocalypse doesn't understand the time scales involved or the geological record. Spread the word. Final thought. Next time you use a compass, remember that little needle is responding to a planetary scale dynamo driven by convection in a ball of molten metal 3,000 kilometers down. And that dynamo is the only reason you're not a freeze-dried husk. Show some respect. Thanks for listening. Guys. If you learned something today, if you learned something, can you put a 1 in chat? I learned a lot doing this, and this was literally after a lot of time, 2 weeks actually. So
The Flirts are reviewing your stream live. So far, 2 no was, 1 fake and gay, and 1 isn't that the drunkest shoal hacker.
Oh man, I wish that were true. Thank you for the $5 super chat. The Flirts wouldn't watch this. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding? They wouldn't watch this shit. This is actually like this actually explains everything that they talk about. So let's see. I did want to go over one more thing. Just one more thing. We kind of touched on the where is it? I forget. But it was the paleomagnetic. I thought that was really fucking cool. Like of all the things that I learned through this whole thing was this was the coolest. That this is how we gained our knowledge of ancient magnetic field behavior from paleomagnetic evidence. Which we went over twice, I think. Iron-bearing minerals become permanently magnetized in the direction of the ambient magnetic field. So it provides a snapshot of the ancient field direction and intensity. I just thought that was really fucking cool. But thank you guys for coming to my TED Talk. Now, what we're going to do now is we're going to watch the debate between QoP and Toon. For the rest of the show, we have, oh, that was 45 minutes. Sweet. All right. McToon. Here it is. All right, we're gonna skip through the pleasantries. But I do need to watch the poop shield. All right, let's watch the poop shield.
I believe Artemis actually has a legitimate plan that if there's a solar storm, they will take everything that they can find,
A solar storm,
and create like a pillow fort of all the bags and everything around them, including the waste bags. So they
Shit
will
bags.
be protecting themselves with shit.
They're gonna protect.
Artemis.
Yo, that's sick. So to protect themselves from solar radiation, they're gonna use their shit, their poo poo. So I have a lot to say about this guy over here. Now, let's see. 90s pop star. Just like a generic image of a male 90s pop star. Let's see. Here it is. Here we go. We got no, that's not douchey enough. Hold on, let me fix this. So I okay. All right, maybe not a pop star. 90s male. 90s male. Male in the 90s. Or maybe early 2000s, maybe. I don't know. But this dude with the fucking the earring and the someone stole his fucking sleeves and then the popped collar. Dude, like this is like, this dude peaked in high school. Like that's what this was. This dude peaked in high school and then he never grew up. So that's what I'm gathering from this guy's from QoP.
You could reverse the 1C. Nobody would know. They'd all read it just the same.
All right.
Decided on the
It's like appealing to GPS for the declination map.
Oh, and also that reminds me, I really fucked up my stream yesterday. There was a whole like 20-minute segment that I had intended that I like modeled the whole stream after, but I skipped it. I skipped that whole section from Vlad when he was talking about recruiting people for the voyage. He was oh fuck, what did he just say that reminded me?
Like appealing to GPS for
and so what Vlad wants to do is he wants to go on that voyage. MC Toon dog walked that moron so hard he's still pissing on fire engines. Yeah, dude, this was rough for QoP. So what Vlad wants to do is he wants to take all these like 4 or 5 ancient maps, okay, and then use this navigation that Captain Gunn wants to go on, and use that as an opportunity to verify these maps. Guys, these 400 to 500-year-old maps, this guy, Vlad wants to go to these locations and verify them and then fix them based off of what the map says and what he sees in reality. What? Like, dude, it's been done. like what? That's how we have maps now. That's how we have maps now. Like it's unfucking fathomable. And then he wants to use GPS to verify his coordinates. No, Vlad, you're not allowed to use GPS. GPS is satellites. No, you're not allowed to use GPS at all for this navigation. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. You use the celestial navigation for fuck's sake. You're not using my satellites. that you say aren't there. Fucking idiot. I jacked QoP's clips from his server while over there. They are short and funny if you want to watch at some point. They were little clips of I think the EA server dumb moments. Oh, that's fantastic. He sent them on Discord. Beautiful. All right, if we have time, we'll watch them.
FY Jiren is going back to Punta RNS in 2026.
Yo, sick. Was he invited back, or is he just going to fuck it? Like fuck it, I'll go back. Was he invited? Is he paying for it himself? Well, thank you for the $2, CK. All right, here we go.
For the declination map.
No. The magnetic field of the Earth. So the magnetic field of the Earth has, in any particular location, has three things. There's more to it than that, but there's three things that are of particular notability that are important for people. So right next to the Mall of America, right? So you know where the Mall of America is there in Minneapolis? It's in the suburb.
I went there when I was a kid. That was my first plane ride, and my only plane ride, actually.
For Bloomington. Right next to there is where the line of declination goes, where it's zero declination, and that's the east-west deviation from due north.
So that would be that's 180 negative 180 degrees to positive 180 degrees.
That's not, I don't think that's super interesting in this particular conversation.
Yeah, the declination. So there's declination, which is the horizontal angle between magnetic north and true geographic north, varying from negative 180 degrees to positive 180 degrees. Declination changes with location and time. And then there's inclination, which is the angle between the field lines and the horizontal plane. Inclination is 0 degrees at the magnetic equator, and then 90 degrees at the north magnetic pole, and negative 90 degrees at the south magnetic pole. And then the third thing is total intensity, or F, the magnitude of the total field vector combining both horizontal and vertical components. So those are the three components of the Earth's magnetic field. There you go.
But it's very important for navigation. I think that the strength of the magnetic field is particularly notable.
It's weak as fuck. He's just going to Canada and then going to Punta Arenas with a friend that is trying to figure out it's not flat. Wow, well that's cool. How is he going to afford that? Yeah, I see spent. Is he affording that? Jared is headed back, ready to catch NASA with their pants down and no artificial sun in place. Yeah. Well, I mean, he shouldn't have said anything. He should have just been like, "Oh, I'm going." Like the day of, like, "Hey, I'm showing up." You're taking Debunks 1,000-to-1 bet. Vlad gets lost in his fantastic voyage. He's not making it back. No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Captain Gunn. I don't trust Captain Gunn. I feel like he would murder them or something. Like he's gonna eat them. He's actually like a cannibal, and he's trying to get these people out into international waters so that he can murder them and then eat them. That's what I think. 1,000-to-1
is the direction vertically of the magnetic field. Right?
Do you know that?
How would I know what?
The vertical direction of it.
Oh, I measured it myself.
Nice.
I also measured the strength of the magnetic field.
Oh yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah, that's just South America. Yeah.
The
Punta Uranus.
I built a custom magnetometer.
Yeah, we know. You just have the daughter board or whatever you call it, the dough board.
I
don't know why he calls it a dough board. Why do you keep saying that? Toon, fix your fucking vocabulary.
Like sensitive instrumentation and writing.
Yeah.
Conspiracy Tunes channel. Well, I must have taken it out of here. I thought it was in my bag. Sorry, it's not much to see, actually. So it's a little Atom M5. Yeah, it's not in there. Anyway.
Oh yeah. I mean, dude, like you can get an entire and like a to and from flight and a 4-night stay over Valentine's Day this year, Valentine's Day weekend in Paris for like $1,200 total. I know this because I looked it up.
Atom M5 little microprocessor with a magnetometer on it. So I measured with the magnetometer, I measured the field strength, and then I brought with me a dip compass. So,
Yeah, I saw you setting up the dip compass. It looked a little flimsy.
the arms on it are a little sensitive, and it got damaged on the final the flight from Punta Arenas to Union Glacier. So I wasn't able to use the dip compass there, but I was able to use the magnetometer there. But in Punta Arenas,
So on the magnetometer, there is a global network of magnetic observatories continuously recording field variations. These include fluxgate magnetometers for vector measurements and proton precession magnetometers for total intensity. There you go. So his little dinky ass fucking little dough board, the sleeveless dress shirt with pop collar definitely has. Oh, that's 80s. Oh yeah, that's true. 80s, not 90s. I don't know, but he still peaked in high school. Rossi for $2 says
Debunks should book the Akali raft for his trap.
he really should. But Debunk, he wouldn't do anything. He wouldn't get out of his house to prove anything.
Arenas, I was able to use the dip compass to measure the dip of the inclination of the magnetic field of the Earth. So here's the question then, right? So we need to be scientific about this, right?
Yep.
We have an observation, right? That there is a magnetic field on the Earth, and it has declination, inclination, and a strength, total field strength, and it varies all over the Earth, right? All three of those vary all over the Earth, and
In the early 2000s.
that's the observation. So then we can make a hypothesis, and I hypothesize that the Earth is a globe, and that the magnetic field of the Earth is generated through a dynamo inside the liquid core of the Earth. Now you may have a different hypothesis for flat Earth, whatever that is, right? And then based on the hypothesis, I can make some predictions for different locations on the surface of the Earth. Likewise, you can make predictions of the magnetic field of the Earth based on different locations on the surface of the Earth, right? Now I don't know how the flat Earth geologists do this. Certainly you have references to the flat Earth geologists and how they do that. But I don't. You'd be the one to ask that. So I can say that according to the globe, here are what the predictions are for the inclination and the total field strength in Santiago and Punta Arenas, for example. So and so can you, right?
Well, for that area, it would just be the same prediction, but that
Well, why?
I want to go more
why?
into the science about it, but you really like none of the predictions, like the mathematical model, like tied in with the globe model, map. They're not.
What's up,
That's not really
Calder?
proof of the scientific theory
Yeah,
of the globe
yeah, I'm ignoring you, dude. Just kidding.
magnet at the center.
Oh, that wasn't my
Whatever the inside the globe Earth magnet is, like let's say it's just a huge bar compass. Is that what it's called?
No,
Bar compass.
nope, that's not what it's called.
Whatever, just a straight, or sorry, like a straight magnet. Is that a bar magnet? Yeah, bar magnet.
Bar magnet, yeah. Nobody hypothesizes that for the globe.
No, exactly. But if it was a bar magnet, it'd be the same prediction for the math of where the declination, everything is, right?
If it was a bar magnet,
Yeah.
if it was a simple bar magnet, no. The magnetic field of the Earth is a bit more complicated than a simple bar magnet. You can somewhat estimate it using, I think, 11 bar magnets of different varying strengths and locations. So that's the level of precision that people are able to do using the globe to make predictions about the magnetic field strength, dip and inclination. Sorry, inclination and declination at different points on the surface of the Earth. So the
Deadpool 69 says Buntaranus. Sorry.
globe geographers are able to do that. So the flat Earth geologists. Sorry, certainly you have tapped into them to get their predictions for
Actually,
the flat Earth magnetic field.
I'm the working geologist, historian, priest of flat Earth. I have to cover all these fields.
You are.
We're understaffed. So you wouldn't. So if let's just say the magnet system was different and it was like a bar magnet, you could still have all the declination, everything that all the different things you recorded at different areas, right? It's the same thing.
If it was just a bar magnet, well, like I said, not a single.
you
If it
guys
was 11 bar magnets, I suppose you could hypothesize that. The problem is that bar magnets that would be embedded somewhere inside the surface of the Earth would also then need to move because the magnetic field of the Earth moves around, and every 10 years the world magnetic WMM, the world magnetic model, is updated every 10 years. Though in 2015 they did an out of cycle update because the magnetic field was moving so quickly.
Yeah, we went over that.
Right, so, but like you said, the predictions and then the data you took at Punta Arenas and different places that could still line up with whatever the magnet theory is. So it doesn't mean your theory is correct that the places
The dynamo.
Yeah, the magneto-hydrodynamic dynamo. It's like,
Yeah.
so,
Are you taking issue with that?
well, yeah, I have an issue
No.
with that theory for that.
No
that,
way.
So the magnet, like, they actually tried replicating that in like a lab setting. They made like a big like iron like a sphere with like moving liquid sodium or something, some other stuff.
Yeah, molten sodium in a dynamo. Yep, and it generated a magnetic field.
For like 2 seconds.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Very good confirmation of how a liquid.
I love how he thinks that, like,
I bet the $1,200 Paris trip has an awesome view of the Louvre. Oh, sorry, that's Lou.
it was actually a really nice place I found. It was really nice. It wasn't that expensive, but it was really nice. I mean, the pictures obviously make it look nice, right? But like look at this smug ass fucking look on his face. Like he watched a video confirming that molten liquid metal can create a magnetic field. Like, that's all you need in a lab to show that a magnetic field can be generated by molten liquid metal. Like, bro, for fuck's sake. He just debunked himself.
Metal can generate a magnetic dynamo. Really cool.
But yeah, but it wasn't like a static like dipole system where like there was like a stable, north and south like position.
Did
it's moving. So
did you think there wasn't a north-south to that magnetic field?
the one in that experiment?
Yeah.
Well, at times apparently there was like a multipolar system, so I think that means like more than 2. I don't know if exactly how that works.
Okay, maybe you should read up on it before you try to bring it up in a debate.
Oh shit.
Yeah, look, I was actually Omnivore's the one that showed me that it was like University of Maryland's Dan Lathrope's experiment. Is that the one you're thinking of?
There's 2 in particular that I've read, and I don't know the author of any of them in particular. But like I said, the magnetic field of the Earth is better modeled as not 1 pole magnet, but as 11 poles, and that's you can get increasing precision with increasing detail, but you get diminishing returns.
I didn't read that there's 11 poles. I didn't read that anywhere. It really was. This was mostly what I put together was mostly like the there's a lot of math in here that I didn't include because I don't know how to say it. Like, for instance, where is it? It's like G and then a little 1 and then to the 0 power 0, then G little 1 to a power of 1, and then F with a little 1. Like, I don't know where it is right here, but yeah, I had no idea what the fuck how to say it, so I just omitted it.
Of course, you know how that goes. That's in engineering, that's what you get. So
Yeah, but you agreed, like you said it's only like a couple seconds or
why is it so quiet? It's all the way up.
I don't recall specifically how long it was active. It doesn't really matter how long it was active though. It was a confirmation that you can generate a magnetic field using a dynamo of liquid metal.
I mean,
now you're fucking with me.
Electromagnetism is one thing. So electricity does create magnetic fields. That's not the contention.
But that it wasn't moving charge doing that.
What?
But it wasn't electromagnetism that was doing it. Electromagnetism is a moving charge generates a magnetic field, right? Like when you studied electrical engineering, this is what you studied, right? When you took your E&M class?
We don't have that in Flat Earth University.
I know. In fact, I have the Flat Earth University book, the hardcover of it.
I have the PDF of it.
It was written by a fake Dr. Stephen Alonso.
Thank you, Rubik's.
You know that? Are you a big fan of fake Dr. Stephen Alonso?
Never heard of him.
Well, he is the inventor of the Flat Earth University that you just referenced.
That's
I was speaking like just kind of hypothetically. It wasn't a real university.
Oh.
Yeah. So the paper.
Did you have? I'm gonna open up my tab right now if you don't mind.
Fuck. All right.
Where they're talking about the dipole, like not. I was trying to find out how long the dipole was lasting, like the actual north and south.
Okay.
Of this magnetic field created. They said the diffusive dipole decay is about a couple seconds. So that's like that's literally like the best they could do is get a couple poles for a couple seconds, and it's moving around a lot. Sometimes it's multipolar, so that means more than 2.
Yeah, probably not 11. That's a bit too much to expect for the early days of these dynamos. But
you would agree that our north you'd agree that our magnetic north is pretty much towards geographic north, right?
It's in the vicinity. It used to be much closer. I think it was actually over the landmass of Canada.
Let's see if he gets this right. Let's see if he gets it right.
In 60s or 70s, I'm not sure. A friend of mine was a pilot in the 70s, and he flew up the Resolute, Canada. Like it was a huge deal for him. He's like, well, it's a thing for pilots to fly up to the magnetic North Pole. But now he's like, we can't do it as easily now because it's farther over the Arctic Ocean. So
Yeah, so let's say that's true. It's still near a location, and it doesn't change drastically. I mean, you guys can say it changes. I've never.
it moves slowly. And like I said, between 2010 and 2015, it was moving so fast that they did an out of cycle update to the World
55 kilometers per year to be exact.
Magnetic model in 2015.
Yeah, but what I'm trying to say is that this theory you guys have that it's moving liquid at temperatures that shouldn't really be liquid.
What do you mean at temperatures that really shouldn't be liquid?
What are you talking about?
Well, actually, more my contention is I think with the inner core. The inner core you guys have a solid at 5 to 6,000 degrees Celsius. Iron melts at like 2,000 degrees Celsius.
Yeah, that's because the pressure is so fucking great, and the inner core is okay. Here we go. Earth's core consists of two distinct regions, which would be the outer core and the inner core. The outer core extends from approximately 3,000 kilometers to 5,150 kilometers below Earth's surface, and is composed primarily of liquid iron and nickel at temperatures ranging from 4,000 to 6,000 Celsius. Below this lies the inner core, which is an iron-nickel alloy, approximately 1,200 kilometers in radius, where temperatures reach about 5,200 Celsius, nearly as hot as the surface of the sun. The inner core remains solid due to the immense pressure at Earth's center. Like, that's it. Dude, caller, if you can't hear me, refresh your fucking stream, bro.
What pressure?
So
You
didn't think about pressure, did you? Did you just look at one atmosphere? What temperature iron melts at, and you didn't look at significantly higher pressure? What iron melts at? Oh, QoP.
That is the explanation for that's the pressure keeping it solid. But the sun has more pressure, obviously, than the Earth's core, right? Because it's bigger, more gravitational.
Yeah, but much less iron too, as a proportion. Yeah.
With the sun, the pressure can't keep it solid, but with the Earth, it can.
But it's a different material too.
Right.
Yeah.
It's iron nickel alloy.
I mean,
okay, so here's the question to you, right? So I appreciate then, QoP, that you have brought up excellent supporting evidence that a dynamo can generate a magnetic field, like is said to be what's inside the Earth. Oh, yeah, I hold on. I've just been handed it.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh no, this is. Here we go. All right.
You want the puppies?
No, they can go. Okay, I was thanking you for bringing up evidence that a moving dynamo can generate a magnetic field. So the question then to you is since you're representing flat Earth, I'm representing the globe, and you've done my job for me. You've done some you've debated on my behalf, basically. You've brought up evidence supporting the globe. Now, what is for flat Earth? What is the cause of the magnetic field of the Earth for flat Earth?
Well, we don't have to claim that's that the magnetic the cause of the magnetism is in a liquid state, so we don't have the problem for demonstrating a stable north and south pole.
I didn't ask what it wasn't. I asked what it was. So what is the cause of the magnetic field on flat Earth? Is it a giant horseshoe magnet?
I can make up theories, but that's not very scientific to just make up theories.
Oh no, actually that's exactly what science is about. You mean a hypothesis, right? You make up a hypothesis. However you want to do it, you invent a hypothesis. You can dream it up, you can guess it, you can make an educated guess based on information and experience. That's a good way to do it. And then you go test it. So certainly in the 2,500 years that flat earthers have had since the globe has been the global leader in the shape of the Earth, what is the state of the art of flat Earth confirmation of the hypotheses of the cause of the magnetic field of the Earth?
QoP.
There's old maps with a mountain.
Sorry, I was messaging somebody. Drill deep beyond 15 miles, the heat increases and gets high enough to melt steel. The core is a fluid magnetic system, not a bar magnet. Yeah, dude, fucking dude saw this picture. I use this for demonstration purposes only. Dude saw this. It was like, oh yeah, look at that. It's just a bar magnet. And notice how south is how we relate to the Earth at the top, and the north is is what we would call the bottom of the Earth. So the needle in the compass is a north magnet, which is attracted to the opposite, the south. You know what I'm saying. Toon explains it a lot better. Hold on. I'm pulling an FTFE right now. All right, here we go.
On it, which is kind of interesting. The Greeks said that like the northern area, they called it Hyperborea. That hyperboloid is like the center of like a magnetic field, and like even in your model that would be still the hyperboloid, like going down the north. So either way, it kind of works with that. But there are older maps where like there's a lot of ancient like flat Earth cosmologies with like what look like a vortexual tornado, like the Indian ones. The Hindu ones have like a tornado kind of thing coming out. Mountains, all of it's like the same thing. That's like the vortex.
Okay, so do you think that there's a mountain at the magnetic North Pole, and that this mountain moves, and nobody's seen it?
And I didn't really grant that I believe the magnetic field's moving. I don't really check though, so there's no way of actually like confirming. But we're not really
it's not a question. It's not a question about whether or not the magnetic field of the Earth is moving. It is moving. Denying things that are super obvious isn't a good look. I mean, you can try to deny that, but it will make you look ridiculous. So I recommend not doing it.
This is what he's trying to say.
So
I mean, maybe people have like noticed it, like even like with small.
I guarantee you that
things that they do, but
I guarantee you that one of the maps that Vlad wants to take on the voyage is this map right here, or whatever map this came from. I guarantee it. Guarantee it.
Seems like most people wouldn't notice it if they're using compasses. How much has the declination changed like in our area or like in all areas like over the last like 10, 20 years? Like you said, in the 60s or something was different?
It changes enough that occasionally airport runways have to renumber. Because airport runways are based on the magnetic
North Pole
direction. Sorry, the true direction.
Yeah, we talked about
I
this.
think it's the true direction of the magnetic.
So we talked about this on the during the presentation where like airports, friggin' all navigation has to be updated. That's based on the magnetic field and all that. Like it all needs to be updated constantly.
Anyways, they've had to renumber runways because say the runway is 18, right? That means that it's 180 degrees is the angle of the runway. And so then if the magnetic field of the Earth shifts by 10 degrees, now that runway is now 17 or 19, right?
That's
so
cool. You know what's up, Monkey?
It changes enough that over the lifetime of a runway, it's had to change at least to 10 degrees, so the runway has to be renumbered. So that's enough.
Right, but so the declination lines changing doesn't really prove that the magnetic North Pole is actually moving. It just means that for sure, like if that is happening.
I just want to be sure I understand. Are you actually going to go here? And you're going to try to claim that the magnetic field of the Earth doesn't move?
No, I didn't say anything. I don't look at a compass like precisely enough to notice any changes. I'm just saying.
Wait, can we just see?
No, I didn't say anything.
We gotta watch Toon's reaction to that one more time. He doesn't use. So QoP says he cannot verify that the North Pole actually moves, because he doesn't use a compass enough. Let's watch Toon's reaction to that.
I don't look at a compass like precisely enough to notice any changes. I'm just saying, even if like whether or not that's happening, if it is happening, doesn't prove the
Sorry, that was a lot more dramatic in my head than it was in reality.
magnetic north is moving. It just means that either the magnetic north is moving or the magnetic lines, the field is moving. It could still be.
There's no question. Let me there isn't a question about whether or not water makes you wet, and there isn't a question about whether or not the North magnetic pole and South magnetic pole move. They do, and you wouldn't want to go to such a ridiculous, desperate position to try to claim that the magnetic field doesn't move. That would be pretty ridiculous for you to try to take up that position. So I'll just save you that. Save yourself from that pretty bad defeat there.
I didn't say either.
I would have said embarrassment, but I mean that's me.
Wait, I just said I haven't noticed it myself. Like I haven't checked, but it's not like exclusive to the globe model to one model that if the magnetic field is moving with the field or the position of the north.
If it's not exclusive, then you do have an explanation for the magnetic field of the Earth for flat Earth and its movement. Because if you don't, then it is exclusive to the globe.
No shit.
Until you have a
this part was probably one of my favorite fucking slams of QoP. Fucking dude, you can't.
Really, honestly, until you have an empirically verified, scientifically backed cause for the movement, for the field and for the movement of the field, then it is exclusive evidence for the globe.
What'd you say? I have to replace? Well, I mean,
You need evidence-backed, scientific
Yeah, he does illusion.
explanation, right? So that there's been science, there's been experiments, there's been, you know, some explanation using the known laws of physics and stuff like that for the movement of, for the existence of the field, for what causes it, and what causes the movement. Until you have those two things, then it absolutely is exclusive to the globe, because the globe does have those things and flat Earth doesn't yet. Unless you do have it and you're just holding out on me, playing hard to get.
no, there's a lot of explanations for what could be happening, and just making up hypotheses is not like doesn't really. There's really no point to it. Like, you're just claiming that it's only one option.
No. There is a point to making a hypothesis. You make the hypotheses and then you test the hypotheses. Like that's as easy as it gets, man. Sorry, like I took my medication a little bit early tonight. I took it at 8:30. And I didn't think it was gonna hit me this fucking hard. But I feel and sound like I'm fucking baked. I've been wilderness camping in the Boundary Waters canoe area, and the maps of the routes and lakes have magnetic declination included. Let's go. That's cool. How often? There was even a disclaimer about the magnetic north moving. How often is that map updated? That'd be kind of cool to know that.
So the globe hasn't just made up hypotheses. The globe has empirically confirmed things, right? The empirically confirmed cause of the magnetic field of the Earth would be a dynamo of moving liquid metal. And you are the one that brought up the confirmation, the scientific confirmation that a moving liquid metal dynamo can cause a magnetic field. So
Yeah,
so there's one. Number two, because it's liquid, it moves and it changes position. Okay, so there's for the globe, there's the scientifically backed, evidence-based reason for the magnetic field's existence and its movement. So now, until your side, this is your side, right? The flat Earth, evidence-based, scientific cause of the field and cause of the movement has been empirically confirmed to exist in some manner, right? So you wouldn't suggest that it's a bar magnet because it moves. Because a bar magnet that's embedded inside the non-moving, the stationary Earth, maybe, I don't know if you think it's stationary or not, but you, right? Unless you, do you think that, just to be sure, do you think that underneath the flat Earth, there's liquid rock?
I've been thinking about that today, about lava. So I think like all the mountains are like ancient buildings, so there might be like some crazy like tech that's been like.
So QoP thinks that mountains are ancient buildings. Probably like from Tartaria. Some still think you need one first to capture. I think there was a USGS number of website listed to get an up to date info. Oh, we found the maps. Yeah, that's cool, man. Yeah, if you could find that, that'd be sick. No, QoP doesn't think. He just like just imagine like a picture book. That's what him thinking is like. It's just like a bunch of like Mickey Mouse cartoons playing in his head. That's what him thinking is.
Kind of like collapsed on, and the pressure is causing what we experience as volcanoes.
I just got like this just migrate, just boom right there. Did you just say that you think the mountains are ancient buildings? Because
wait, you're Christian. You're Christian. I'm not Christian.
Hold on a second. I gotta get. Hold on.
Right.
I gotta
You're
get.
Christian though. It says that the Tower of Babel is 3 days walk in circumference in the Bible. You don't believe? It's so weird that I believe in more things in the Bible than Christians do. Like usually.
All right. Where does it say that it's a 3 days walk in circumference? What's the chapter and verse? Let's look that up quick.
I have to have the verse memorized. It's your Bible.
I'm not the one that made the claim, though. That's how debates work. You make the claim. It's on you. Let's go here. Let's ask an AI, because I haven't heard that. Maybe it is. Maybe it is. Where in the Bible does it give the dimensions of the Tower of Babel? There we go.
A little bit specific in my notes.
All right, 1 second. Oh, hold on. What the fuck? Don't play me like that.
How would the Earth's magnetic field work on a flat Earth?
Yeah.
In the context of a flat Earth, the magnetic field would be a real challenge to explain. In reality, it's generated by the planet's molten iron core and the rotation of the Earth creating a dipole magnetic field. On a flat Earth, you wouldn't have that kind of spherical rotation and core dynamics. So the field would either have to be generated by some other unknown mechanism, or it would behave in a way that doesn't match our observations, likely resulting in inconsistent compass behavior and no clear magnetic poles. So in short, a flat Earth model can't really replicate the magnetic field we know and measure on a spherical Earth. All right, stepping into the flat earther mindset for a moment. In a flat earth model, one popular explanation is that the magnetic field could be generated by a large central magnetic source, something like a magnetic north that's not tied to a spherical core. You could imagine that the flat earth has a sort of magnetic plane that radiates out from the center or from certain points. This would mean that compasses would point toward this central magnetic area rather than a core, and the magnetic field bands would spread out in a more uniform or radial pattern across the plane. In this view, the magnetic field is more like a global network of magnetic lines that are influenced by the distribution of metals or other magnetic materials embedded within the flat Earth. It's definitely a creative way to try and explain it, even though it doesn't align with the scientific understanding of a spherical Earth. It's all about looking at it from a different perspective.
There you go. Flat Earth's monopole. It would have to be. It would absolutely have to be. Like I don't even know how this all like like with all the distribution of metals and other magnetic materials embedded within the Earth, like how would that provide a field? I don't know. Mountain X buildings not volcanic based or caused by tectonic plates. Absolutely not. Arby's is hiring. Let's go. I know someone who could work there.
It's searching. Let's see. The story appears in Genesis 11, where it says, "Come, let us build ourselves a city and a tower with the top in the heavens." With the top of the heavens.
No, start arguing with the AI. Like Dearth, no, that might be a different episode.
May reach into the heaven. No verse in the Bible gives exact figures for the tower's size. Later non-biblical traditions, like the Book of Jubilees, speculate on heights, but those are not part of the canonical scriptures. So, Mister, you think you know the Bible better than me? I'm going to ask you again. Do you think the Bible says that the Tower of Babel is 3 days walk in its perimeter?
Oh yeah. So I'll wrap this part up. It's this is basically the you can interpret the Bible differently. What different books say. One of them, like he just said, wasn't even in the scriptures. And there's one that it says that they walked around the base of the Tower of Babel for 3 days. Now it doesn't say clearly if it took 3 days to walk around the tower. It just says that they did walk around the tower for 3 days. There we go. Wrapped up in a
Never
nutshell.
happens.
Well, either way, the Tower of the Bible says it reaches the sky. I mean, it's like a mountain, basically.
The sky. It doesn't say how big it was. And I'd say back in those days, back when I was a wee little child, right? A tall building was 3 stories. So how tall was it? Well, it was taller than the tallest building that they'd ever seen, which was,
Do you think
there's
the flood was small? Is there a little flood?
Hold on. Have you seen the musical Oklahoma?
No, I don't watch music.
So my dad loves that one. He loves Oklahoma. He was in it when I was a kid. He was in Oklahoma.
Yeah.
He loves it.
Okay, so this is basically the long form of Toon saying, you get, like tall is subjective. There we go. Height is subjective. The description of height is subjective, without an actual measurement.
All right.
There we go.
How high is the skyscraper in the musical Oklahoma? It's searching. You watch him. All right. Oh my goodness, this AI is dragon. Okay. Polaris doesn't move and is the star rotation point. Says Meta AI. Well, Meta is wrong. That's amazing. All right, well, there it is.
Yes, Polaris does appear to move slightly as the Earth spins, but it's quite minimal. Because Polaris is located nearly at the North Celestial Pole, it stays almost fixed in the sky. As the Earth rotates, the stars and other celestial objects appear to move in circular paths around it, but Polaris itself barely shifts. In other words, all it might appear to drift a tiny bit due to atmospheric conditions or slight observational factors, it remains essentially stable, serving as a reliable indicator of true north.
There you go. It stays almost fixed in the sky. So, like, this is just the meta AI just using a very summarized version of that.
The musical Oklahoma. Song Kansas City.
Half a degree.
Sung by the character Will
There we
Parker.
go.
I didn't know this. He's excitedly describing the modern wonders he saw on a trip to Kansas City, and the lyrics go, they went and built a skyscraper 7 stories high, about as high as a building or to grow. There you go. Oklahoma, which I don't know, takes place in the 1800s maybe. 7-story skyscraper was pretty safe to buy.
I love that Jesse, this has been posted so many fucking times by Jesse Path of Radio. And this bright spot right here, that's Polaris, and it's clearly not dead center in the middle. Like, how many more times can people just say, nuh-uh?
So anyway, there we go. How high was it? We don't know. It doesn't say, but it certainly was not mountain height. It wasn't as high as, I don't know. Where do you live near mountains? I'm in Minnesota here.
All right, we get it. We get it too.
Well, you get it when it says you'll ride on wings of eagles. You're not.
Yeah, we get it.
But you don't believe it.
There's more.
Interesting.
No, I don't believe that Jesus is the Son of God and he's like special.
Okay.
I think it's mostly literal.
Except for that part.
If it is true. Well, I take it like I don't know
So
if it's like
good.
I think a lot of things might have probably happened, but when I read it, I wouldn't like claim anything as a metaphor. Like that seems like why would they write it down if it's just metaphorical?
Well, lots of reasons to write things down that are just metaphors. You can learn from metaphors and parables and hyperbolic statements and similes and things like that. So, is owning slaves a metaphor? It's a great question.
Oh God. All right, moving on.
And you chose the magnetic field of the earth. You didn't have any ideas for your position? Because let me be clear, I'm here representing the globe, so I'm going to bring with me evidence for the globe, and you are here representing Team Flat.
All right, to wrap this up, that's basically the sum of it. Is I gotta go lay down. So moral of the story: don't take my meds at 8:30. Wait until like 9:30. Then I might be able to make it a full fucking stream. Were you in the after show where Northern Rebellion loses his mind? No. Was that on I haven't been in an after show for fucking ever. Unfortunately. I have not been in an after show forever. Is Dick Wayne our slave? Then try to wait, what did you say? Donnie says I see, okay. It's in here. It's in my. Okay. All right. Sick. But who would have guessed self-inflicted head injuries could do this? I need entertainment till 10, dude. It's 10:30, dude. What else can I do? I can play some Diablo 4, but that's not really on. Flat Earth can take over an hour. Over an hour can be exhausting. Yeah. The preview was fabulous. Thank you, Real Sickness. Yeah, I used all of my Adobe credits on that presentation, all of them, through 2 different accounts. About to experience a train spotting moment. We'll sink into the carpet and disappear. No, it's not like that. It's a sedative. So it's what even is it? It's it starts with an S, I think. It's well, I'll tell you. Hold on. It's Seroquel. So the thing is, I usually take it right before I go to bed. Like, I end my stream, I take it, and then I go to bed. So then I'm like asleep before like the RLS kicks in, because like I get like super Super RLS. Wait, why? Who's asking for help? Oh, CK's playing Dilf Sim. Let's go. Just stream until you fall asleep in your chair. What do you want to watch me do? Want to watch me go over the rest of this? But I can. CK talked about docking again. We can try flying a spaceship again. That was fun. That was real fun to do. God damn it. All right. She's obsessed with it, with docking. Yeah, Arnold's fault. Let's just actually, you know what? I didn't actually what's the difference between boss content for $5 says,
What's the difference between a brothel and a circus? A circus is cunning array of stunts. Bad dumb tis. Oh.
Bob Dom Tiz, circus is cunning array of stunts. I don't get it. What is a cunning array of stunts? Please over explain the joke. Yeah, boss. Can we reverse? Okay, all right. Is this? All right, thank you. I knew that the C word was going to be in there. Thank you. Thank you for brothels stunning away of cunts. Thank you, Boston. I'm filling it in, probing time. I'm filling it. All right, I'm gonna. Oh my god, look at Toon. Look at Toon right there. Toon. I gotta grab that. I should have a glurf expression shirt like I do with CC. Now, last night I was actually going over some stuff to go over tonight, and CC was going to be one of those things that I go over, because I'm like 3 videos behind, even though he hasn't posted in like 2 weeks. I'm still like 3 videos behind, and then I fucking saw that that Toon is covering CC tonight. I was like, well, fuck you, Toon. Just kidding. Love you, Toon. But yeah, Toon. I was gonna have Toon on, but he said that he has family time before his stream, which is fine, as you do. All right, I'm gonna go to bed now. I need to go lay down. My RLS is like fucking destroying me right now. But I do have the end of the stream where you're gonna be. I have some DMs I gotta look at. All right, Sig. All right, here we go.
How many chemicals are coming through there? So welcome. You see, our water is dead. Our water was utilized back in other civilizations. It was utilized for energy. Okay, it was crystal clear, vibrant. They created frequencies out of this water to clean it. All right, and they used it for energy. Our water is dead. Look at the lakes. It's dark gray, dead water, as far as I'm concerned. Look at the rivers, dead. How many chemicals are coming through there?
Wait, what? What? Hold on. Wasn't there? I just saw something the other day about this like river that was going through some big city. I forget what it was. And it was so full of shit that it smelled and it was really fucking bad. It was a river of shit. And this was like, I don't know, a couple hundred years ago, or 1,000 years ago. I don't know. It was a while ago. So what happened was, the peons that lived by the river, they were complaining to the people in power, being like, yo, it fucking stinks. Do something about it. Where everyone's getting sick, right? Everyone's getting like E. coli and shit. But they didn't know what E. coli was back then. So, but they didn't do shit about it. But then the smell got so bad, like the people in power were starting to smell it. And then they're like, okay, let's do something about it. Like rivers back in the day were just sewers, were just shit. Literal shit. Like what in the fuck is he talking about? What? God damn it. But yeah, so he's just fucking stupid. He's stupid. We gotta do a CC stream. I miss CC. I kind of miss Mikey too. What's keeping up to? Mikey Smith. Mikey, what are you doing? What do you got going on? Oh.
Stars. The stars over here now, they're going to rotate above this guy's head, right? Because the Earth is spinning, right?
You know what? I'm going to cover this video because this is easy. This is low hanging fruit. Maybe tomorrow night. Oh man, what cast goes on?
So what's your theory then? I'm just curious because I was on a lot of the live streams when they did it, and they have.
Oh, I got it. Okay. E. coli, a cola, tomato. Yeah, let's do this one tomorrow night. If okay, all right. We're gonna do a poll. How many people are here? 56 people. All right, we're gonna do a poll. Out of the 56 people that are here, you're probably like the coolest people. Because you stick around. Let's see. For tomorrow, Ghosties or Mikey? Because we haven't done a ghost video in a long time. Mikey. All right, do that real quick. I'm gonna play this one more time. This is hilarious.
How many chemicals are
I'll be
coming
right
through
back.
there? So welcome. You see, our water is dead. Our water was utilized back in other civilizations. It was utilized for energy. Okay, it was crystal clear, vibrant. They created frequencies out of this water to clean it. All right, and they used it for energy. Our water is dead. Look at the link.
All right, what do we got? All right, 15 votes, 80% says Mikey. You got it. That's all I needed. Uh-oh. All right. 16 votes, 18 votes. All right, Mikey's winning. I'll give it another minute. I gotta close the window. All right, 19 votes. All right, Mikey wins. All righty, sounds good. We're gonna go over Mikey's latest video because I want to see what Cass has to say to him. I've been so out of the loop. Perfect. And then you know what? I think that next week is gonna be a Icy Spin Appreciation Week. So Monday through Friday, we're gonna watch Icy Spin videos. Because when he goes on and fucking like is Icy Spin to these people on like Earth Awakenings and shit, it's so good. It's so good. We need to watch it. 19. Yeah, that's about right. Look into what happened in Woburn, where your relatives live. Tons of people got cancer because of the soil. They made a movie out of. Oh yeah. I remember you talking about that. That's my mama. I want to say hi, Mama Lackey. Hi, Mama Lackey. But yeah, I'm gonna get going now. You're boycotting Mikey? Oh. See y'all in February. All right, CK, have fun. I'm like so far behind on everybody right now. All right. I'm gonna go to bed now. Love you guys. You guys are gonna get redirected to what's his face? To Toon stream. So because I thought I was gonna go till 11, but I can't make it. All right, bye guys. I love you. Okay, good night. Yeah, like the stream. You know how to be a member, but I appreciate that illusion. Don't give me. You can give me money if you want. I'm not gonna say no to that. All right, I love you guys. Bye.